Well, my man.
USF.
Yeah.
Nope. We
Yeah.
tried to talk at the same time. We
Well, I
get
was
so
waiting
many
for you. I was
things.
waiting for you.
I was making a little build it up a little bit, just build it
No,
up, but
shoot.
but just a little bit. But we're here. We're here with Week 11 United Sim Football Association. Welcome back, and it's your boy Saxon Rex 12 here with Dustalization, and we're ready to get some football going. How are you doing, my man?
Hey, I'm doing great. It's this is crunch time, you know. This is what it's all about. I mean, it's do or die for a lot of these teams. Really, like three or four of these teams, probably three of these teams. You know, it's do or die this week. So, very interested to see how everything shakes out. Looking forward to like some good games.
Most definitely. We got ourselves a little bit of a doozy here, mostly for the home team to pad a little stats. Oklahoma City's taking on Charlotte. I think everyone and your mom's expecting Charlotte to come away with this one. You'd be a crazy man to bet against them for this particular game.
Yeah.
But how you think Charlotte's going to do in regards to points? Any good defensive players on that side to look out for?
You know, I think points wise, they're not gonna have any issue. Obviously, they have that man, Moldy Cheese there. Defensively, they've still got the league leading sack leader in the guy I can't pronounce, Druven Balashabramanian. I think that
Oh,
was
Superman.
yeah, that was probably about 40% correct. So
Yeah, I'll give you South 60. I'll give you South
okay,
60.
all right. So I mean, watch out for that guy on the defensive side of the ball, just blowing up the backfield and getting to the quarterback. That's what I'm expecting from that Charlotte defense. So experts here, they've got a 96% chance of Charlotte winning. So you know, there's a chance, but I'm not really liking Oklahoma City in this one. But I am liking Charlotte. And then, fun fact: so Sean Bridges actually has the second highest QB rating in the league. So definitely, definitely a guy who probably will early and often torch this defense. And Moldy Cheese, of course, will shut it down later.
Out of all the quarterbacks that threw 10, that had 10 games so far in the season at 15 touchdowns. So very
Yeah,
respectful season, 2 picks. So definitely keeping the rock on their side, not giving it up. That's always the best thing. That's one reason why they're undefeated. And I'm not expecting them to not go undefeated after the day, but we could go ahead and get started. I'm ready to
yeah.
go, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna queue up the game here, and yeah, I mean this is kind of the appetizer, so to speak. We're gonna have some big plays by Charlotte, and then we're gonna get into the real important games later on. So
There's a lot of playoff stuff happening this week. This is a real fun one. I was waiting on this week in particular because the stretch from seed number 2 to 5 is actually a lot more closer than a lot of people expected.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
real it's a real fun time here in the USFA. We're underway. Chase Rice trying to take it, chugging along slowly past the 20-yard line, and Oklahoma City's going to get the first crack.
yes they will. Oh, I like them unis though, man.
Most, most definitely. The pass to the left side is good for Jason Copeland. I believe he was the former Arizona. Former Arizona.
Oh, that sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that for now. Quinn Robin taking that carry, getting as much as he can. Third and short coming up. And new quarterback Crone tossing that to the left side. No more Sebastian Satelli for Oklahoma City. We didn't talk about that in the preview, but
Yeah.
Oklahoma City's rocking with a new head of the table here.
Okay. Okay. Well, it's a little late in the season, but better late than never.
We'll have to see what he can do in regards to providing that spark. But right now, the spark is going to be on the Charlotte side. They're looking for big plays early. They're going to give it to Moldy Cheese, only getting a couple of yards.
Yeah. Not. Oh, I mean, not a sign of things to come, I don't think. Moldy Cheese will get big plays here. It's just a matter of time.
And there goes wide open for
Yeah,
that reception.
so he's actually from the big game he had a week ago or 2 weeks ago. He's actually got one of the highest yards per catch average in the league. Pretty crazy. It's like 30 yards a catch.
He's one of them big play receivers that Charlotte relies on early, and they're
And
going to
there,
look to the right side for a
ooh,
quick drop, and that could have been points already, but that's incomplete, and that's going to set up second and 10.
big break for the Cyclones.
Most definitely.
He's
But
got redemption
in
there.
all redemption play, indeed, Delibird waltzes in, touchdown #1 for Charlotte, and I think it's just signs of things to come later on in the game.
Yeah, that's I think Bird's second touchdown of the season, so congrats to Delly Bird there.
Very nicely done. Oklahoma City is going to try to do something with their new quarterback. Drive #2 on the way. Chase Rice should make it past the 20 on this one, even though that was a really good kickoff there. Close to the 20 indeed. And Oklahoma City's going to set up with the 4 wideout set.
His cornerback's on a blitz, but they don't
There
get
goes
to him.
Kehoe. Didn't get to him quite there on that one. Got a nice gain of around 2, not too much else. And Corona avoids a sack.
That was
Nicely done.
Yeah, nice job avoiding the sack. But let's see what the flag's on.
He's going backwards with that one, holding on the offense. That offensive line could not stop that defense right there. And it's going to set up second and very long here.
Couldn't quite get the block.
Latravius Levine on that catch, very nice. And it's 3rd and 11. And they're going to try that run play. That is makes one man miss, falls on the line of scrimmage, barely missed it.
Wow.
That was a nice try there by Robin. Couldn't quite get it done.
Yeah, Robin's
they're going to send it back.
Robin's a decent back. You know, it's just too bad that Oklahoma City's always playing from behind, so he doesn't have much of a chance to really, you know, run it out.
Most definitely. And Charlotte's looking to run it up again. They got to give it to the Moldy Cheese getting the midfield.
Interesting decision. He kind of cut it inside. I thought he had the blocks to bounce it outside there, and definitely has the speed for it.
Flag on the play early. There goes wide open, but we'll have to see what that flag's about.
Might be offsides, actually.
Indeed, it is. Touchdown for Charlotte.
Is that man wide up? Wide open.
Wide up is wide open. That's why I'm calling him. Extra point is up, curving outward, but it's good.
Yep.
14-0 already as the first quarter starts to wind down, and this isn't something that we that we think that was going to be the opposite way. We expected this to happen.
Yeah.
At the current.
So with that last catch from wide up there, he's actually bumped his way over Vic Dodson now for second in the league in yards. Obviously, Vic still has to play as the Huntington Beach game is later, but everyone's trying to chase that man, Antonio Lewis, for receiving yards, and everyone's still about 100 yards behind Antonio Lewis. So, but nice touchdown catch by wide up there.
That's going to be an interception by Green. Nice defensive play.
Free safety. Way to go by Green.
Moldy Cheese with the juke move, and he was almost out. He was almost waltzing. 1st and 10 after that nice play.
And that
Moldy Cheese is going to get it again.
And that's Andrew Green's second pick on the year. So good job by the free safety getting the ball back for Charlotte.
Moldy Cheese hitting the backfield.
Wow. You don't see that too often, a guy like Cheese getting swallowed up in the backfield like that.
Play action fake to the right side. Deli Birds running.
Got the edge.
They're not catching them. Touchdown, Charlotte, and they're back on the board.
Second touchdown in this one for Bird.
If this is Madden, Oklahoma City, we have to pass up the sticks. Kick is good. 21-0 already.
Yeah. Still got 3 full quarters of play, too, and then some. So, not looking good if you're Oklahoma City. But looking great if you're looking to pad stats. Like I said earlier, I think Bridges was going to be the attacking early, and that's what he's done. And now that they've got a comfortable lead, they're probably going to be running a lot with Cheese.
It's not a bad game plan if you look at the whole scheme of what's happening right now. Frederick Kaiser with his first catch, not getting too much. Robin trying to break out to the outside. Couldn't do anything in the first quarter. Is over.
Business as usual for Charlotte. It's what you expect to see from them.
Most definitely. A 3rd and long coming up. Oklahoma City needs something. Crone's looking for a man. And not enough as he gets sacked in the backfield. Loss of 6 on that play, and Charlotte's going to get another spot with this offense.
Yeah, you really can't You really can't blame the as that punt return gets stolen from his teammate, but you really can't blame the offensive line for Oklahoma City. They gave him enough time, just wasn't really anything doing on them receiver routes. Nobody was getting open.
Most definitely. You seen that handoff to that fullback there, Green. Got
Fullback love.
7 on that play. Bridges looking for a man toss across the middle, and that's going to be another catch that is going to be erased thanks to that holding penalty.
They say wideout wasn't quite wide open, but makes a really nice catch in one-on-one coverage.
Moldy Cheese doing some crazy juke moves, almost got free.
Almost gets a couple, 1 or 2 out of that. This is a big 3rd down if you're Oklahoma City.
Moldy Cheese is going to get close to that line. Might be a little short, but they are in field goal range to extend this lead.
That brings on DeMacchio, who had a bunch of field goals. I think it was like 5 field goals last game.
Yes, indeed. And he is good from 48, 24-0 Charlotte. And this is looking exactly how I expected.
Yeah, however, I mean, Charlotte definitely looked human last week against Tacoma, barely winning 25-23. So, I mean, this is what you'd expect to do to a team like Oklahoma City, but it'd be interesting when they play Tacoma one last time at the end of the season.
That's going to be a real fun game. Better circle your calendars for that one, most definitely.
Might be the game of the week. I don't know. There's a lot of good ones that last week.
2nd and 2 coming up, faking the handoff is Crone, throwing it to the right side. There goes Kaiser. He had a big game when his first attempt with Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
And been kind of stifled since then, but he's always a player that you can't leave alone.
Yeah,
you cannot leave Frederick Kaiser alone.
Nice gain along the sideline there. He shows you he can make you pay. Couple bad drops here by Oklahoma City's last 2 now after that 1st down.
Kind of been the story of the season for Oklahoma City. Seems like they always have people open, but when it comes to getting those conversions, they couldn't quite get the talent around it and actually surround themselves with the right spot to get those yards.
Yeah.
And Green's going to take this one. Charlotte forces another punt.
Well, we're about halfway through the 2nd quarter now. What are you liking? What are you not liking? I'm liking that. But what are you liking from Charlotte? What do you think they need to do better on?
In regards to getting Moldy Cheese a lot more involved. I said that, get him a little bit more involved with the offense. He goes and breaks off a really nice run, getting into the end zone. Very nicely done. But outside of that, they've been right on their game as they should be. It's just a matter how many points they'll be scoring tonight.
Yeah, I think honestly, up until that last touchdown run by Moldy Cheese, which I'll look up how many total touchdowns he's got in the season, but Oklahoma City actually was able to contain Cheese there up until that last run. So I think that gets Cheese now.
That would be number 12.
Yep, 12th touchdown. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, there's almost a 3-way race. I mean, if you're looking at just running backs for running back of the year, let alone MVP, you got to probably throw some quarterbacks in the discussion for MVP. But there's kind of a 3-way race between Cheese and Ulf Jacobson and that man Bongino for running back of the year, and it's going to be a crazy one.
Most definitely. I am not sure who to choose. It's too close to call right now. They're also similar statistically, and all their teams are very successful at the current moment, still in the playoff race. So they'll really have to come down to those last couple of games, and it's good for Moldy Cheese to have a game against Oklahoma City to round out everything else. That's going to help his case.
There's O'Connell. I don't think we've called his name yet today, so good catch from him.
Definitely one of the more underrated tight ends within the league. And he definitely could use a little bit more work. Sean Bridge tried to pitch it, but couldn't. But very nicely done by that defender. And just like I said with O'Connell, he's definitely a player you don't want to leave open as well.
No, I mean, you kind of live in the shadow of guys like Dotson and Lewis, but O'Connell can definitely get his.
Moldy Cheese trying to get that 1st down, not quite there. They got to settle for 3. Oklahoma City forcing their 2nd field goal attempt of the game. and it is good for 34-0 Charlotte.
And so just with that, since kickers don't always get any love, so DiMacchio has double the field goals made than any other than all the other than any other kicker, I should say. Not all the kickers combined, but he's got 19 field goals made on the season right now. So he's hunting right under 80% or so on the year. Not bad.
Definitely one of my votes for kicker/punter of the year.
Yep.
And seeing Quinn Robin on that first down carry, need to do more of that. Kaiser on that catch. 3 for 16 at the current moment.
Yeah, with the new QB, I guess Kaiser's already shown himself as the favorite from this young arm and Crone.
You can never go wrong with that security blanket from the tight end position.
Absolutely.
Crone looking for it, man. Got one in, another drop.
It's like you said earlier. It's just they get open, they got good separation, and they just can't come down with the ball. Old school, if you can touch it, you can catch it. That's unacceptable.
And that's one reason, since that first win against Tacoma early in the season, they are currently sitting at 1-9. And we're going to roll back to the field as we get halftime.
Yeah.
How are you liking so far?
I think Charlotte's doing business as usual. I'd like to see them run a little bit more successfully, but it's still only halfway through the game, and Moldy Cheese has been having a few good carries here and there. So I would have thought they would have flexed their muscle a little bit more, because other defenses are definitely a lot better than Oklahoma City. So it'd be interesting to see how they come out in the second half, if they run it heavier, if they just continue the pass, because they've been doing really well passing the ball.
Really can't go wrong. Moldy Cheese showing off the spin move, getting past midfield. Okay,
like
showing a little wiggle sticks. 69 yards, nice. And he's going to get way more than that after that run. Another juke move, and he is free. You can mark that another touchdown for Moldy Cheese. And Charlotte hits 40 with that one.
Interestingly enough, so we talked about Bongino and Jacobson and Cheese. So Cheese has been one of the top runners, but he isn't very involved in the passing offense, interestingly enough. So Bongino and Jacobson both get more catches out of the backfield than Cheese. So just interesting. Not to take anything away from Cheese, obviously. After this game, he could definitely be in contention for over 1,500 yards with still another game to go. So, I mean, he's going off this season. So that's just an interesting fact. He's not as much of a passing threat as you'd think he could be.
Most definitely, that is going to. I'm assuming that's going to weigh in regards to the running back and MVP races. Being that what's that word I'm looking for?
That all-purpose yards really can.
Exactly.
Yeah, that could be the difference maker. A guy with 1,500 rushing yards and only 200 receiving yards could lose out to a guy with 1,400 rushing yards and 400 receiving yards.
It all depends on how those voters are going to weigh it, but I'm thinking more towards the second one, in regards to like all purpose. I love people that could do more than just they're supposed to do as per their position. If you could do multiple things, you're going to get more love in my book, personally.
I think in this league, you got to be multidimensional, absolutely. Because there's a man wide open, Kaiser.
And there goes that man, Kaiser. I told you, cannot sleep on Frederick Kaiser. He's feeling some type of way, getting dropped from his former team, and he wants to make an impact. That's going to help his cause. Is Chase Rice going to get another catch?
Yeah.
Second and 1, and Oklahoma City's driving.
Yeah, they are. And if that's a Chase Rice touchdown.
And Oklahoma City says, "You will not blow us out today, sir." That's what Oklahoma City said.
Wow.
Kick is up and too short.
And I think Charlotte has only given up maybe, I want to say 6 touchdowns on the year. So less than a touchdown a game up until that one. So that's the 7th touchdown allowed by the Charlotte defense this year. So Charlotte very, very good on defense, but Oklahoma City be able to break through. And speaking of breaking through,
Cheese is breaking through again.
Wow. Well, I said it. I said it. The second half, just give it to Cheese and see what he does, and that's what he does.
Kick is up and easy. Charlotte's trying to break that record for most points scored in the game. I don't know if they have enough time to do it, but they have the offense capable of doing anything,
Yeah, they
if you're
do.
being honest.
Yeah, they do. I mean, the record right now is 72, which is quite a bit. But they're, I mean, 24 points away from that. So that's 3 or 4 touchdowns away. That's definitely not out of the question.
Especially if they could get some turnovers. That is not going to happen there. Is double L is going to get that one to gain of 5. Crone's having a respectable game for his
Yeah,
first time out.
absolutely. His receivers aren't helping him with those drops, though.
A lot of drops here for Oklahoma City. Once again, the story of Oklahoma City is just being able to continue drives as they try Robin on the right side. That's going to be a loss, and that's another punt towards Charlotte coming up.
He was able to get that pass off in the face of the pressure, but young QBs got to understand they got to stay in the pocket and they got to throw it past the first down marker. In situations like that.
Past the line of scrimmage will probably be better than that play. But hey,
Yeah.
we don't control the plays here. We just comment
Yep.
on those plays. And Moldy Cheese gonna roll forward 9 on
See,
that
we got
gain right there.
6-2 formation. Watch the pass play there.
Oh, they're gonna straight run, and Moldy Cheese gonna make them pay. First down carry.
Nervous. I thought it was gonna be a play action, then you'd have wide open, but instead they just keep pounding the rock.
Oklahoma City trying to keep Moldy Cheese away from 200 yards total.
I don't think they're gonna do it. But Moldy Cheese
Well, they're gonna
fumbles.
make them fumble, and
Wow.
Oklahoma City's gonna take the ball back.
Wow. So that is one of the cruxes of Cheese. There is that of the 3 big running backs we talked about, he is the as many fumbles as both the other 2 combined. 8 fumbles in the season for Cheese. So gotta focus on hanging on to the ball.
Most definitely. What you say about turnovers and penalties?
Oh, absolute killers.
And Copeland's going to snag that one first down play.
That's what you need if you're Oklahoma City. Just get these first downs, get this little momentum. Probably not going to win it, but you can definitely show some good plays off like that right there past the Robin out of the backfield.
Robert Crone is having a very, very respectful game still. He's been on the money with his passes, a few drops by his receivers. Outside of that, he's been accurate.
Yep.
Definitely been as accurate as I've seen him.
Yeah.
Crone looking for another wide open guy. Keone's catching those footballs right there. But he's not getting too many yards after the catch, which is kind of his downfall here as we hit the 4th quarter. Oklahoma City's trying to score here. Look for a man deep, nicely covered. And once again, Robin's going to make that catch.
Well, let's see if they can get this 4th down conversion here in the 4th quarter with 4:44 to go. A lot of 4s, but no 4s in chat because it ain't that close.
It ain't that close, and it won't be even closer after that drop.
Tough drop.
Tough drop. And once again, Crone was on point with the pass, but could not complete it. And you see Moldy Cheese go against the grain.
Yeah, and that cutback gets him over the 200-yard mark in the game.
Moldy Cheese getting that first down, and 2:06 on the day so far, and still got 4 minutes left, so plenty more chances.
Averaging over 10 yards a carry, and that's going to hurt his average a little bit, but not his yard total. Great game from Cheese today, but despite the fumble.
Cheese breaking out. He does get the first down again, slow and steady, burning the clock, over 2:20, and got to give Moldy Cheese his props. He knows what to do with the football, but Oklahoma City, no, on that one.
It was good, good gang tackle there by Oklahoma City to swallow him up. I think they're figuring out that they just need to bully that man Cheese.
Yeah, you can't leave Cheese on the island. They'll burn you every single time. It's just being right there. Nice hit stick there. Nice hit stick there by the defender. You made sure he felt them.
Yeah. High risk, high reward, I guess, right? You miss the hit, and you give up a 15-yard gain.
And they're just gonna keep pounding it with Moldy Cheese. Get his stats up a little bit.
Yeah.
Breaks one, not quite the first. I don't think. No.
Nope. He had the good blocking there. I'm surprised that didn't go for more. Does get the
Old,
first.
Old Cheese didn't make a move on that defender. I was expecting a little juke there. He had the right speed, but he couldn't get the move.
Yeah, I was
And
expecting a little spin move. We've seen that quite a bit from Moldy Cheese there. So
2nd and 6. It should be a nice gain here. Close to the first down. They'll give
does
it
get
to
it.
him.
Yep. And we hit the 2-minute warning in Charlotte.
Picking the handoff. Sean Bridges wants the man open. That's wide open. Another touchdown. That's going to be 54 for Charlotte. Make it 55 after the extra point, which is good.
Yep. So in the right side of the screen there, we got our affiliate Stacks. You want to talk a little bit more about them?
Yes, goals. That's one of our affiliates there. They real big on the hockey in regards to make sure you get your live all your dreams in regards to getting the hockey going. I don't know why you threw that question on me because I don't know too much about goals personally, but I do know that they are one of our bigger affiliates, and they do have the ability to actually get some more TP on our side as well. Um,
Hey
and
man,
yeah, make sure you
you
sign
sent me
that.
the image.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about them either, but I'm sure they're all good dudes. You know,
Yeah,
just as
yeah.
in general, most of the sim leagues are ran by fairly good dudes, and goals no exception. So get involved with our league, get involved with their league. Be happy to have more um, good dudes in the discords and chats and games.
No, you can't put me on the spot like that.
Hey, you do it to me. Well, not
Yeah.
really.
No, not yet. I
Not
ain't get there
yet.
quite
No
yet.
shit. My time's coming now.
But no, seriously though, Goals is a very reputable league, very young, and whoa, that was a nice spin move. But very, very nicely done. I do like the setup in regards to getting the NHL type of setup within their
Yeah.
league. You build it all the way up in regards to your player, your equipment, and of course you can see them live on Twitch and YouTube as well. So you can always watch your players be great on the field. So that's always the best thing
So,
in regards to them.
speaking of league and going back to our league here, so obviously Charlotte going to 11-0 on the season after this one, and then we'll have a couple games coming up here. What's the next one we've got? Those have major playoff seeding implications. So what's the next game after this?
Definitely. Next up, we'll have Tacoma taking on Arizona as Multi Cheese waltzes in for yet another touchdown.
Number 4 on the night, I believe, for Cheese. So,
4 or 5.
it's tough, you know. You lose count after so much Cheese dominance.
Let the
Yep.
moldy cheese consume you, sir.
Yeah, Arizona, Tacoma, like you said, both 4 and 6. So this is, I mean, very critical for them. They are fighting for the 4 seed right now, and the tricky thing is Arizona, or excuse me, Tacoma has to play the Charlotte team here, which is looking just as strong as ever the last week of the season. So, you know, it's gonna be a tough road ahead for Tacoma. Not saying they can't do it, but I think it'll be a really good game. And we'll have that coming up as the clock hits 0 here in this one.
Chase Rice is going to end that one with the bang, a nice play, but that is not going to be enough. Final score 62-6.
Yep.
And not a lot of passing once again from Charlotte, but they really didn't need to.
Pretty effective. I mean, you had only 1 incompletion and 4 touchdowns. Pretty effective. But great outing by the QB for Oklahoma City, Robert Crone there.
Robert Crown did very nicely in his Oklahoma City debut, I must say.
Yeah,
Quentin Robin did well, 5.4, but couldn't run a lot if you're down by over
but
3 scores.
you know, offensively not bad for Oklahoma City. Obviously, the defensive side of the ball, they didn't get much going other than that forced fumble. It's just tough to stack up, you know, and we saw a couple sacks there, not from the one guy. I think the guy I mentioned at the beginning of the stream was, oh no, that is the guy. He did get 2 sacks, so
Yeah,
just adding to his totals. Wow.
about Superman
Yeah.
all day.
And then of course Andrew Green with the interception, but yeah, going on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, wide up getting his. Deli Bird, you know, we haven't seen a ton of him this season. Kind of sporadic gameplay, so had a great game there. So. But like you said, not a lot of passing for Charlotte because you got this dude here. Wow.
Going off there, 4 touchdowns. So you was right with 4, and that's definitely going to help this case in regards to this running back of the year race. And
Yeah.
that's going to be real fun to see as we continue on. We got the next game coming up: Tacoma Eruption traveling to Arizona to face the Rattlers.
Yeah, stick around for that game. I think that's going to be maybe the game of the week. I don't know. St. Louis and Huntington Beach could also be um, very, very competitive and fun ones. So we'll catch you around next game.
We'll see you then.